Writing a Personal Narrative, Episode 7, Editing. A personal narrative is a true story about your life. You write about something that has happened to you. Editing is making our writing look better. We fix all of the mistakes we may have made in our first drafts. We do this to make sure other people can read and understand our stories. That way, we can publish and share our hard work with others. When we edit, we check our spelling, our punctuation, and our capitalization. To edit our spelling, we make sure we spelled sight words correctly, that we used all of the word parts we know, and that we stretched out all of the sounds and words as best as we could. Your spelling doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to use what you already know, fix any silly mistakes you made, and try your best. Here is a sentence from my story about when I got a new dog. It says, "First, my sweet mom came to my room to talk to me." Do you see a sight word that I spelled incorrectly? My is a sight word. It's spelled right. To is a sight word. It's correct. How about the word me? Is it spelled right? Oh yeah, me is just M-E. Much better. Here's my next sentence. She told me since I had gotten good grades at school, I could get a dog. Do you see any places where I didn't use word parts correctly? Oh, now I remember learning that O-O says or oo. So good is probably spelled G-O-O-D. And school is probably spelled with an O-O too. That looks right. Here is my next sentence. It says, I was so excited I jumped super high up in the air. Do you see a word that I could stretch out even more? How about excited? I wrote some of the sounds I heard, but I think I could stretch it out more. Did. That's a better guess. Maybe I can look in a dictionary later if I want to see if I'm right. Next, we are going to edit punctuation. Punctuation marks are symbols that go at the ends of sentences, like periods, question marks, and exclamation points. When I edit my punctuation, I have to make sure that I have punctuation marks in all of the right places. I also need to make sure that I use the correct kind of punctuation. Here is my next sentence. It says, "Then we got in the car to drive to the store. I couldn't wait." Do you see anywhere I put a punctuation mark in the wrong place? I put one at the end of the first line, but I guess I don't need one there. That sentence isn't over yet. It continues on to the next line. Do you see a place where I forgot to put a punctuation mark? Oh, yeah, my last sentence needs one. I'm going to put an exclamation point since I was really, really excited. My next page says, when we pulled up, I saw that the store had a lot of dogs that needed to be adopted. Do you think this sentence needs a question mark? No, that's not a question. It's a statement. So I'll change it to a period. Much better. Last, we are going to edit our capitalization. We will check to make sure we always capitalize the word I and the first letter of the first word of every sentence and specific names of people, places, or things. All of the other letters will almost always be lowercase. This page says, when we got to the store, I looked at all of the dogs. They were all so cute. Do you see a place where I made a mistake? Oh yeah, the word I should always be capitalized. My next sentence says, all of the sudden, one came up and licked my foot. He was white and fluffy and so adorable. What mistake did I make this time? Oh, right. I need to use a capital letter for the first word of every sentence. But all of my other letters will stay lowercase. My last sentence says, I decided he was the dog for me. Do you see a mistake I made? I probably shouldn't have capitalized the word dog. Dog isn't his name. I would only use an uppercase letter if I wrote his real name, like I decided Fluffy was the dog for me. That's it. Thanks for helping me edit my personal narrative. Check out the final episode in this series to see how I publish my story to get ready to share it.